Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Launa K. I'm a Namibian Youtuber. You are wondering, why is she smiling so bright? Yes, I'm smiling because the Lord had given me victory. He has given me victory. I will lift him higher. Jehovah, I will lift him higher. He has given me victory. I will lift him higher. Jehovah, I will lift him higher. You are more than what people say, Jehovah, more than what people say. You are good and you are kind. You are more than what people say. Wow. So I thought he loved me for my hair. I thought he loved me for my hair. Who's that person? My best friend. Okay? My best friend, my boyfriend. Listen, guys. Women, the drama and the hustle we go through to just beautify ourselves for them. Oh my God. And the question is, do they really go through that hustle? Do they really go through that couture makeup, Brazilian, what? Do they really go and leave their ID somewhere just for me and you? I think not really. So here is my story. But before, please, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below if you are new. And for the old lovers of life, thank you. Thank you for sticking to me, man, sticking with me. Thank you for being part of this family. Let's grow this through watching, hours, share this. We need to grow this. Before the end of August, we need to have 1,000 subscriber, guys. And before December, we need to have 2,000. So, guys, one faithful day, I went to look for my late sister. She's now late. And she was like, no, we are not home. Please come at Korea Dam. So we went to Korea Dam. And I was just there. And guys, I was just going through some things. And I'm single again. And at the church, it was just full of drama. And I was, things were just not okay. But thank God my late sister called me. She was alive by then, and I went there. So when I was there, somebody was actually eyeing me. And when this person was eyeing me, I did not see him. If this person had never proposed to me, I was never going to know that somebody like that was present at that place. So fast forward, okay, but we are coming to go into the story deeper. I'm just trusting God for him to grace this platform again. But let me just mix them up. So my boyfriend, my husband, my best friend. So anyway, then fast forward, he proposed, we got married, and yeah. So after we got married, when the honeymoon phase was now over, women, for those who are married, I don't know about you, but this was my struggle. I have married in the community. My husband's position was different, and women around him, they were of prestige. They were, high class. And yeah, so I had, as much as I was really that girl that was keeping up my game when it comes to just beautifying myself, I just felt his associations. I just felt like I was not good enough. Something started coming in me. And this is what I went through. I started feeling I was too fat. I started feeling I was not sufficient. I started feeling I was not maybe the right woman for him. And really, I had good jobs but something just messed up my complex. So then that is how I started First, I used to do simple rasta or yeah, rasta. Yes, I loved rasta. I don't know. I just loved loose hair, but I don't know. And this thing was just growing, and I think I don't know. So I just felt I was not enough, and it's not that really. During that time, there was a reason for me not to feel enough, but I think the enemy was just messing up with my emotions. So then, and then later on, I thought maybe it's about my hair. And remember, when we met, you know, he inspired me, encouraged me, and I became an artist. And you know, in music, you know, you can just be anybody, you know, anything that can attract your followers. So, and as a child, I really wanted to have locks. As a child, I wanted to have locks. And then I was like, wow, now I'm a musician and I've got the opportunity to do my locks and to satisfy, you know, my desire of wanting to just have locks. Yeah, so then my husband is a quiet type of a person. When you ask him, how do I look? He would just be like, yeah, good, you know. And then, but before I've discovered what I've discovered now, I just used to think, he's just maybe a different human being. Maybe I'm not looking good. So I started now going into depths of, you know, taking, okay, I cut, I think, yeah, you know, I just used to have human hairs. And I stopped. I did my locks in 2006, I think, and I was just okay. So when we moved to Katima, the pressure was a lot. We just got married and we moved to a new town, and the attacks, guys, on our marriage was just not fine, and it was just hectic. So I started thinking maybe the problem is me. Maybe the problem is my hair. So that's how I cut my first locks, because I was also running a salon. So what happened is that one fateful day I came from work and I've cut my hair. I have that time, was it boy cut or some, not boy cut, but it was something like a short here and then long here. So I came home and I was like, hey, today I'm going to shine for my husband. And also he was also under pressure because as a police officer, they will be going investigating there and investigating that. And, you know, it was just, and we were not really just getting each other, you know. And I'm at home, I'm at work, and when I come home, he's gone for another investigation and so on. And then I started, you know, the reality is we started going through, you know, people started coming in our relationship, you know, Delilah's them coming in our relationship. So then I thought the problem, it was me, and I thought it was my hair. So I started now going into depths of hair, you know, Brazilians, and I started doing this, I started doing that. But no, things were just not changing. So then, you know, but the grace carried us through, guys. Oh my goodness. That's why I call him my friend, because, you know, if our relationship were not based on friendship, we wouldn't have been here. And yeah, each time I'm like, but now when we look at each other, guys, we are best friends. Okay, yeah. So, but this is about my hair. So then I cut the hair, guys, and I kept cutting. I kept, you know, going into a deeper depth of hair. But guys, thank God I never left my ID somewhere because of hair. So fast forward 2013, I went on locks again. We moved away from Katima. We were like, this place does not have a good influence on our marriage. So we moved, and then we came back to the coast. So then things were fine again. So you must now understand that locks gives me peace. It boosts my confidence. It just make me feel myself. Yeah. So then we came here and I did locks again. Then I was, wow, things were just fine, beautiful. And then 2014, we got a job in Rundu. Then we moved to Rundu again, and then another attack came again. So then I had to cut my hair because I thought, maybe it is my hair. Then I went on extensions and so on. One day, and remember, my people, Also in the midst of all, I was going through depression. So because we're trying to find, we were actually working on finding each other as a couple, and the nature of his job does not allow us to really just have time, because police officers and as a detective, he's just on the move, and when you are moving, you are meeting new people and those kind of a thing. So then when we moved to Rundu again, my blood level started to go down, my hair started to thin, my hairline started to thin, is it thin up, whatever the word is, yeah, such that whenever I go to the salon to put on weave, you know, I had to pretend like anybody can just finish, so that nobody must see my hair because it doesn't look good. Okay. So remember, I've cut the locks and I want to be that girl for my hubby, Brazilian. It is your deep waving, it is your whatever. And my dear, and every time I put them on, I just get happy that day, and the next day I'm not satisfied because I'm just not getting the results that I'm looking for. So from there, I started going into wigs, and then that's how YouTube also started to become famous. 2015, I will go on YouTube and I will be seeing how they are doing wigs from, you know, worse to good. And I became a wig professional and so on, guys. So sorry, I was beating myself. Yeah, so, and I was just with my extensions. Wow. And this thing is just not, I'm just not getting the results. I'm just not, the inferiority complexion is just not going. And the thing of saying maybe it's me is just not going. And then one day I start to look for the face of God. And I told myself, Lona, this marriage is from God. This husband you are given by God. Why don't you give this marriage into the hands of God? Why do you want to rectify it with your looks? Why are you putting yourself under pressure, you know, from this wig to the deep weave to the curly to the whatever, from one salon to another? Why? And then I listened to myself, and I believe it was the Holy Spirit talking to me. The last time I've ever kind of put a weave like straight on my hair was, I went to, not the last time, I went to a salon and they weaved me. My goodness. When they weaved me, while they were weaving me, I felt like I'm becoming psychotic. And I was like, God, what is this? Guys, maybe for 3 days, I had to remove it. When I removed it, I told my kids I'm going to go back to locks. That was 2016, around August or September. I went to look for somebody who was also learning to be a loctician. She did me, but I was not satisfied. And me and my girls did my third locks. We removed those ones, and then we started they were just doing me. And then imagine I had my extension from 2006, 7, 8, and 9, and the one for 12, 13, 14. So I extended them, and I extended them on my hair so that I must have a bit of length. So I'll also insert that picture here. So yeah, then, excuse me, I started feeling good, but then I started getting it's not criticized, being mocked. Some of the people will be like, oh, she looks sluggy, she looks slobby, she look what, and things like that. So then sometimes, yeah, I never put extensions whatsoever. When I moved to Arandes, I had to start a salon. Then I started putting weaves on my head because I have to advertise the wigs and so on. And then one day I woke up, I told myself, weaves never ever go. And then my youngest daughter told me, Mama, just remove those extensions and follow the process of the length. And okay, so then, okay, God have restored my home, we are just fine. And then I asked my husband one day, 2020, I asked him, 2019, I asked my husband, I said, honey, tell me, in which hairstyle of mine do I look beautiful? And remember, I removed my locks from 2000 and is it 9 or 10. I removed them just because I thought maybe I don't look beautiful, maybe I'm not good for him. My husband told me 2019 when I asked him, he said, I love you when you have natural hair. You look good in that. So my desire of loving natural hair, or rather locks, from way back, let me say from 1989 and 99 and in 2000, 99 and 2019, it matched. And I was like, all this time I was going through a hustle of thinking it's about my hair. So women, it's not your hair, it's not your face that does not have makeup, it's not your being curvy, being a bit on the bigger side, it's not being on the smaller side, it's not maybe something that you are struggling as a woman. It's not because of your education. It's just because the man is trying to find himself. So what you should be doing is you pray for your men, because what happened is that people sometimes they put stuff on your face. People put stuff on your face and your men will not see you. Sometimes people can send you, sometimes, you find a certain odor just come on you. The other time I was having a friend from one African country, and this friend told me, my dear, whenever because the sister, they were married in a polygamous home. Apparently, whenever the husband come to the sister's home, she would just be caught by a cough, and she would just be coughing. But when the husband go back, then she's fine. What happened is because her enemy sent her the spirit of cough. So, meaning, what happened was, it was not about my hair. It was not necessary for me to have gone in depth because of hair to look good for my husband. No, it was the enemy attacking our marriage. And honestly, I love this hair. I love the length. One thing I love of this, and one thing that I didn't like a wig anymore, is me waking up, after bathing like this, and I look good. And then when I come home, I have to pull it off. And I was like, no, thank God for everything, the injuries and all the experience. So, yeah, it was not about my hair and my looks. It was about, we were just trying to find each other as a couple. And many years later, we are still married. And our marriage is just getting better and better. And we are friends of each other. And even when we're going through a COVID attack, we were like nurturing each other. And we are just best friend of each other. And I really thank God that the Lord has really touched our home. So listen here, don't come for me. This is my story, guys. My granddaughter will watch this video one day and she will know me. Nobody will tell her on the other side, why your grandmother used to have dreadlocks and blah, blah, blah. No, this is my story. And thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I love you so much. I don't need to go to 19. I love you so much. 18 minutes, 35 seconds. God bless you.